I'm gonna be so for real with you. I'm not sure you're ready for the Japan content that I have to share. Roll the tapes. Okay friends, last time I left you, we had just spent such a relaxing day in Shimoda, here on the Izu Peninsula. We have now arrived in Kawazu. It's only a few stops away from Shimoda, and we will be here for the next day and a half. First up, we're headed to Kawazu 7 Falls, a leisure hike that is just a quick bus ride away from Kawazu Station. Once again, I am completely alone. I have the entire area to myself. I mean, there's like a couple people here and there, all locals by the way, enjoying their time, but they're few and far between. Like, I don't see anybody anywhere. I mean, look, this is crazy. I'm alone and I love it. Okay, we got the hike here. I think it's only like a mile total. Now, because everything is so spread out and like there's nobody here, there's nobody I can follow, so I'm just like aimlessly walking around to try to find the entrance to this hike. I think I'm coming up on it. Soba. So one thing you want to make sure you factor in is the fact that outside of Tokyo, Osaka, Kyoto, but like specifically, especially Tokyo, everything is just so much slower. So like buses, trains, they run every like 20 minutes, every 40 minutes, maybe even every hour. Hurry to catch the bus. It's slow life, right? So like I don't want to miss the bus because then I'm probably not gonna get to freaking ride it for another 40 minutes. So they've even stopped doing trains to the stop that I have to go for my hotel. So I'm gonna take a cab, but I'm catching that damn bus. made it to hotel room number 2. This is the Tokyo Hotel. Izu Imaihama Tokyo Hotel. I don't know. Let's do a little room tour. Much more of a resort kind of situation. There's a beach right here. I will probably go to the beach. Don't know if I'll do it tonight or tomorrow. The most delicious dinner. They have a few restaurants here at this hotel, which is great because I feel like there aren't many options that are accessible without a car. Like for instance, today I asked if there were restaurants that were within the vicinity of the hotel, and the concierge basically told me yes, but make sure you get your taxi before 5 p.m. because they shut down at 5 p.m. And I think that's a reason why I have been a little bit like exhausted for this leg of the trip. Coming out here, you have to like use a different part of your brain. Even though things are accessible by train, it's recommended to rent a car. That being said, for the trip that I wanted, which was again very chill, very like whatever, it's been perfect. So yeah, just a little bit of advice or tidbit if you are traveling to the Izu Peninsula or anywhere that is like a little bit slower paced for that matter. Anyway, I think I'm gonna watch the latest episode of Andor and like slowly but surely doze off for the night. Good morning. It's a beautiful day. I slept in so hard. I like slept like a rock, and I really very much contemplated not going to breakfast, even though it's included. When I opened the blackout curtains, like I ripped them open and I was like, oh my God, so bright. I decided to go to breakfast because I think ultimately I would regret it. I would forever be curious as to like what they had. So I'm excited to go have breakfast. I think this is a good call. Anyway, let's go to breakfast. The ocean air smells so good. I can imagine in the summertime, this place goes off. It just looks like a fun little place. Like there's a little snack shack bar here and then some tables and then the pool. They do open it up on the weekends in May, but I'm here on a weekday because I wanted to avoid crowds. But still very cool. I could see how this would be like a fantastic place to just like chill and have that resort life.
Yes, we're just like vlogger fam.
I didn't get any notification.
I think it's like part of the new update.
Oh, cool. Wave to my vlog.
Vlog.
We are officially checked out and headed to one last stop before making our way back to Tokyo. This is the place I'm probably most excited about. Luckily, it's an easy bus ride from Kawazu station. hot today. I don't think it was supposed to be this hot. I just had the funniest encounter slash interaction. There was this older couple and I set up the camera and like waved at it, but it's so inconspicuous, right? And he came up to me and he said in Japanese, "I thought you were just like waving to nobody." Like, and then I showed him my camera and he was like, "Oh, it's got a mic." They were like, "That's so cool." Anyway, it was cute and I'm hot. And I'm also overwhelmed. My eyes want to capture everything. So I'm like trying to capture everything. And then I want to like actually just enjoy being here because it's beautiful. It's everything I expected. This park was definitely a highlight of this solo retreat down the Izu Peninsula. I mean, let's be honest, the entire trip has been a highlight. Like everything I've done has been incredible. But I did have high expectations for this park and it exceeded my expectations. I wasn't sure about the timing of the roses being in bloom, but I think I'm here in that perfect time frame. Mid-May, I think, like where we're at right now, where I'm at right now, is when I think it starts to like really, Jesus, these flies, the blooms really start to like open up. So this time frame to like the next couple of weeks I think is going to be insane. It was a really easy bus ride, just 2 bus stops on the, hold on, I think it's the S25. Correct, the S25 bus from Kawazu station. I took it over here and they have a drop off right in front of the park. Something I think is really important to note is that times for buses, trains, everything is much more infrequent than say Tokyo, right? So keep that in mind because you have to like be on watch for when the buses are running, when the trains are running. So what I've kind of been doing out here is as soon as I get to a destination or before I'm going to the destination, I write down all the possible transportation times, whether it's the bus, and then I go explore and do my thing, and then I keep track of the time, and then I also refer back to the list to see when can I take the next bus? When do I need to start preparing to like walk back to the bus station? But yeah, just something I think you should be aware of. You know, things work out. They have a way of working themselves out, but if I can help anybody in this situation, I think that is like the one piece of advice that I would have when traveling outside of Tokyo. All right, good talk. Bye. It really feels like I have this entire city to myself today. I feel like, you know, midweek is just not a very popular time to travel, especially in May. I think February is probably really popular for the cherry blossoms, and then summertime is when it probably picks up again. Oh my God, cool! That was awesome. This has been the most spectacular trip. I said it a million billion times, but all I wanted to do was nothing, and it was the perfect way to do nothing. I mean, I've had the city to myself for the last couple of days. I feel like traveling midweek is the jam, especially in the off season. I'm sure it's hopping during the, hold on. That is the train I will be taking, you guys. That's the first class train. Hopefully that wasn't my train. I don't think it was. I think I still have time.